Andrew Kurzawski here with Three Rivers Broadcasting. Big night in high school football. Alex and Jordan will be bringing you guys a recap coming up. Some of the games that we were interested this evening turned out to kind of be duds, and some of the games that we didn't think were going to be duds turned out to be really good games. So we're excited to kind of bring everybody around the WPIAL, the City League. We also are going to hit on some of the scores in the tri-state area, hopefully out towards West Virginia, some in Steubenville. We'll see what comes in this evening. This is the pre-Pigskin report, as you could say. One of the things we've been doing here at Three Rivers Broadcasting is we have been doing our power rankings. Our staff has kind of been looking into the teams that we kind of think are the top 5 by classification in the WPIAL, as well as the top teams in the City League and also in the region. So last week we had some interesting teams, most of which were in action this evening. We're going to show you that report from Alex about the power rankings, and then I'll come back to you guys as we get these scores in and give you some of the updates here on the Pigskin report.
Carnegie Ironworks is Pittsburgh's go-to for artistic, unique, and decorative steel and iron designs. We provide custom fencing, interior and exterior railings, outdoor fire pits, window coverings, and much more. If you can think of it, we can fabricate it. Find us on the web at www.carnegieiron.com. That's Carnegie Ironworks, for when you need it, for 500 years. Alex Fydryszewski here for Three Rivers Broadcasting with the Carnegie Ironworks Pittsburgh High School Football Rankings for September 6th, 2021. We begin in Class A, where Leechburg retained its number 1 position with a 43-8 victory over Summit Academy. Canevin is in at number 2 with a 50-0 thumping of Andy's alma mater, Carlinton. Carmichael's at number 3 with a 42-7 win over Charleroi. A nice win for the Springdale Dynamo as they defeated AA number 5 Shadyside Academy 40-12, and Union Area jumps in at number 5 with a 39-0 win over Elwood City. Olsh falls out. They're still undefeated, but we liked some of the results from the other schools a little bit more, so we dropped them out of the Class A poll. Moving on to AA, Stowe Rocks is still number 1 after an 82-0 victory over an undermanned Jeanette side. Washington with another impressive win, 60-0 against Jefferson Morgan. They'll host Clairton this weekend. Ligonier Valley continues their impressive run of play. 26-14 victory over Elizabeth Forward. They'll host Jeanette, likely move to 3-0. Sarah Catholic crashes the top 5 with a win over 3A number 4 East Allegheny 34-14. They'll travel to Amani Christian this coming week. And Laurel defeated Shenango 21-13. Shadyside Academy fell out after their loss to Springdale. We continue to move up the classifications now with the AAA schools. Central Valley retains its number 1 position after a 58-35 victory over our number 2 Quad A school, Blackhawk. North Catholic defeated Ambridge 41-0. Mount Pleasant over Derry 63-14 keeps them in the number 3 spot, and then we have 2 new teams to round out the AAA top 5. Avonworth defeating Apollo Ridge 46-0 to move to 2-0 puts them in at number 4, and Keystone Oaks defeated South Park 35-0 to move in at number 5. Southmoreland and East Allegheny fell out of the AAA rankings. One of the more competitive classifications in the WPIAL thus far this year is proving to be Quad A. McKeesport defeated Woodland Hills 7-6 to move to 2-0 and retain the number 1 position. They'll host Quad A number 4 Armstrong County at the weekend. Thomas Jefferson crashes the top 5 as they open their season with a 21-16 victory over our 5A number 1 school, Gateway. They'll tackle another 5A number 1, South Fayette, this coming weekend. Laurel Highlands moves up to number 3 after they defeated the AAA number 3 Southmoreland 28-21. Highlands is up 1 spot as they defeated Valley 41-6, and Bell Vernon joins the top 5 after defeating our Quad A number 3 Chartiers Valley 49-14. They have a tough one coming up this weekend with 5A number 4 Penn Trafford. Blackhawk and Chartiers Valley fall out of the top 5, and there are now 4 teams from the same division ranked in Quad A. Class 5A is one of the most competitive in the WPIAL. South Fayette is the new number 1 after Gateway's loss to Thomas Jefferson. South Fayette defeated West Mifflin 42-21, and they'll travel to TJ this weekend. Gateway is number 2. North Hills checking in at number 3 after defeating Plum. Penn Trafford thumped Hempfield 45-14 and is number 4, and Peters Township makes its debut at number 5 after defeating Cannon Mac. They'll host 6A number 2 Mount Lebanon at the weekend. Pine Richland is out after starting the season 0-2. The 6A classification only sees 3 teams ranked due to its relatively small size. Central Catholic retains its number 1 position after defeating Penn Hills 48-7. Mount Lebanon is up to number 2 after defeating Upper St. Clair 36-13 and travels to our 5A number 5 Peters Township on Friday night. North Allegheny falling to number 3 after losing to Pickerington Central from Ohio 35-0, evening their record at 1-1. They've got another tough one coming up this weekend against Mentor High from Ohio. Similarly to Class 6A in the WPIAL, the Pittsburgh City League only sees 3 of the teams ranked due to its small size. Westinghouse retains its number 1 position in spite of being inactive. Their game against Kirtland, which we were to air on Three Rivers Broadcasting, was canceled due to a COVID situation at the house. They will play Brashear this Friday. University up to number 2 after defeating Sharon on the road 21-14. They've got a tall order up against regional number 1 Steubenville on Friday night. Perry Traditional Academy gets on the board with a 34-0 victory over Uniontown and has another winnable game against Southmoreland on the weekend. Brashear and Alderdice fall out of our City League top 3. Let's take a look around the region. Steubenville retains its number 1 position after defeating our around the region number 2, Wheeling Park, 45-16. They host City League number 2 University this weekend. Morgantown University from West Virginia defeated Parkersburg South 62-33 and is our number 2 team, and they will travel to our number 3 school, Brook, who defeated Indian Creek from outside of Steubenville 28-13. Oak Glen is number 4 after defeating Alderdice 46-0, and Wheeling Park remains in the top 5, albeit at number 5 after that loss to Steubenville, and face a very, very good Cleveland St. Joseph this weekend. Morgantown High is out of the regional top 5. We wrap up this week's Carnegie Ironworks rankings with the overall top 5. Pittsburgh Central Catholic stays at number 1, Steubenville is up to number 2, Central Valley at number 3, McKeesport number 4, and Gateway clings to the number 5 spot after its loss to Thomas Jefferson. Carnegie Ironworks is Pittsburgh's go-to for artistic, unique, and decorative steel and iron designs. We provide custom fencing, interior and exterior railings, outdoor fire pits, window coverings, and much more. If you can think of it, we can fabricate it. Find us on the web at www.carnegieiron.com. That's Carnegie Ironworks, for when you need it, for 500 years.
Andrew Kurzawski back here in the Three Rivers Broadcasting studio, just about ready to get kicked off with our score show, the Pigskin Report. Most of the scores are coming in. Busy night tonight in the WPIAL as well as the City League. Alex was actually on location tonight for Westinghouse and Brashear. Turned out to be a pretty big blowout as Westinghouse takes down Brashear 35-0. So not really what we were expecting tonight in the City League. We kind of thought that was going to be a battle. Brashear has some really talented position players, but that offensive line is really struggling right now to kind of get an opportunity to protect the quarterback and get that run game going. So we'll see how it works out for Brashear. Obviously, Tamir Robinson, who we've been talking about a lot on the Three Rivers Broadcasting Pittsburgh Sports Report, very good player. Probably one of the top players here in Western Pennsylvania. So he's definitely worth the price of admission to go out there and watch this young man play. I'm looking right now at live scores coming in. I'm going to take a look at, we had our top game. And like I said, the Pigskin Report, we're taking you all around the area and giving you scores. So if I hit on a couple of those scores early, you're going to hear about them again. But one of our top games we were looking at was Central Valley and Aliquippa. And Central Valley, we have right now got a 21-12 win over the Quips. So that was a game that we had circled and that our viewers circled as the game of the week. It looked like it lived up to expectations. Defensive game. From what we're hearing, had a lot of big plays. but not always capitalizing in touchdowns. So we'll be interesting to hear a full recap about that game coming up. Take a look at some of the other ones that I was interested in. Alex is going to give me grief here, but I don't see the alma mater.
They didn't play?
They didn't. I don't know. I'm not seeing them here.
I'm very disappointed in Carlin.
Yeah, I mean, unless were they on the road? Maybe it was a bye week. So who knows? Yeah, I'm not seeing them, man. Do you guys have anything coming in over there?
For Carlin?
Yeah.
I have nothing.
Yeah, maybe it could have been a bye week.
We're looking for a Central Catholic, but we don't have a Carlin.
Okay. No, I don't have anything on Central Catholic yet either. Hopefully that will come in by the time that we actually kick off the Pigskin report with Alex and
Here you
Jordan.
go. Midway through the fourth, Central Catholic, 49-35, they lead.
49-35, Central Catholic leading. Alex just got that in. How much time do we have left on that one?
6 minutes.
About 6 minutes left. So looks like, Central Catholic, we were a little concerned about their offensive firepower. The loss the first week, I believe it was 12-6, right, Alex, against a very good team.
Yeah, Imhotep
from Philadelphia. So it looks like they're finding that offensive stride tonight against Pine Richland. Obviously, at the beginning of the season, we really thought that was going to be a big game, Central Catholic and Pine Richland. Obviously, the coaching changes at Pine Richland. New coach, new offense, new defense. So still a lot of talented players at Pine Richland, but not probably hitting their stride yet. I would still keep an eye on the Ramps. They could definitely come in later in the year and make a little bit of noise. And we're seeing that tonight. I mean, they're putting up numbers still against probably one of the best teams in the state in Central Catholic. Let's take a look and see if there's any other games. The other games we were looking at was South Fayette and TJ, Penn Trafford and Bell Vernon. And from what Alex was telling me, that game did not deliver. Penn Trafford and Bell Vernon. It did not deliver. I'm pretty sure we're hearing that Penn Trafford did not show up for that game. Nope. So, and we also were looking at Lebo and Peters. So we'll be talking about that coming up here. That game also did not deliver as we would thought. Mount Lebanon actually, I got the score right here. Mount Lebanon actually shuts out Peters Township 31-0. So
nice result.
Yeah, we didn't see that one coming.
No.
We did not see that at all. Let's see here. So what are you guys waiting on over there? We're waiting on Central Pine.
We are about ready. If we could take a break.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take a little break.
Probably.
We're going to come back. We're going to get the actual talent on here in Jordan. We'll get her on screen, and we're about ready to go. We're already live here at Three Rivers Broadcasting in the studio. I'm going to get ready to bring Jordan and Alex to you live here on Three Rivers Broadcasting for the not Pittsburgh Sports Report. We do that on Wednesday for the Three Rivers Broadcasting Pigskin Report. You're still stuck with me. Alex is back there doing his makeup from what I'm hearing, so we have to dress him up to look good on screen. Special thanks to one of our good friends, Billy Catrew from Keystone Oaks, reported in that Chartiers Valley wins 35-34 in overtime over Keystone Oaks. I got to give both those teams credit. Those used to be teams that were really kind of, I want to say laughing stock, but they were teams that really were struggling over the last couple of years, Keystone Oaks as well as Chartiers Valley. And both coaching staffs are doing a great job at both those respected schools. That sounded like a really good game, especially going to overtime. Another game that we were keeping an eye on, courtesy of our own Three Rivers Broadcasting sports reporter, Tom Obakunis, was the Cannon Mac and Bethel Park game, and it was a good game. Cannon Mac ends up pulling away 35-24 at the very end of the game, and the Big Macs are having a good year this year. That's another team that I remember a couple years back. You would be lucky if Cannon Mac would win one game a year, if that. And this year they're competing. Bethel Park always has kind of a tradition of good football. Sometimes they're up, sometimes they're down, but a good competitive game in 6A, and that's what you want to see, are these teams that are supposedly in the highest classifications making a play and giving the people what they're looking for. I know Alex on the broadcast tonight was talking a lot about how important it is for people to go out and support their local teams, and I saw the video today that Tom sent us, and that game was packed, Alex. Like it was a packed game, so we love seeing the people coming out to Bethel Park and Cannon Mac. And if I remember, I'm looking at the video right now, the fan section is actually mobbing the players for the Big Macs. So big win for Cannon McMillan. Let's see what else we got going on here in the world of Whippeal High School football. Ooh. Man, you guys got some good games to talk about tonight. Except Steubenville and University Prep 34-0 Big Reds. It's almost impossible to win there.
That was expected.
Yeah, it's really, I would say that's probably one of the most intimidating environments to play high school football in our area.
Without a question.
Yeah, I mean it's like I said, it's almost impossible to win at Steubenville. I would love to see some of our local teams from Western Pennsylvania travel down there and have an opportunity to play in that environment. Ooh, wow. Me and Jordan were talking about this one. Sarah Catholic just destroys Amani Christian 56-8. We knew Sarah Catholic was pretty good this year. Sarah started out 3-0 with wins over South Allegheny, East Allegheny, and now Imani, and they've been doing it in a convincing fashion. They shut out South Allegheny week 1, 24-0. Not really a close one last week against East. 6-8. So keep an eye on Sarah Catholic. We also, on the Pittsburgh Sports Report, we were talking about one of their young players. Do you remember who that was? Was that
Farrell Fisher.
Farrell Fisher, yeah.
From Sarah Catholic.
Yep. Farrell Fisher, wide receiver, 6'2", senior. They got some talent on that team. So Sarah Catholic, you people out in the McKeesport area, you have a couple of good options if you're into high school football. But between the McKeesport Tigers and also Sarah Catholic, really good football out that way. Unfortunately, I would say Jeanette's our new adopted team, Alex.
They are.
Yeah, after is Carrick still playing, or what's going on?
Played tonight, they lost.
All right, 41, yeah, they did, 41-6, but we're going to adopt Jeanette, lowly Jeanette. Okay, we're ready to roll?
We're ready to roll.
All right, so we're going to take a little break here. I'm going to get the guys, Alex, I'm going to get Jordan back on. We're going to go live to our show right here on Three Rivers Broadcasting.
Are you an athlete looking to take your game and performance to the next level? Gym Rat Performance Training is where Pittsburgh's elite competitors go to train. We specialize in personal training, strength, speed, and agility training, sports-specific training, and we offer the best basketball player development in the City of Champions. If you are ready to transform your body expand your mind, and reach your potential. It's time to join the Rat Pack at gymratpt.com. That's GYMRATPT.com. Gym Rat Performance Training, punishing Pittsburgh since 2016 because rats don't rest. The Guard Market is a digital marketplace that provides customers with access to licensed security professionals on demand. Let's face it, you have a lot to do running your business, and security, well, that's our business. We take the hassle out of searching, vetting, and scheduling private security guards for your unique needs. Just tell us what you need, when you need it, and we'll handle the rest. Guard Market security service partners are carefully screened and thoroughly vetted to meet the demanding needs of our diverse client base. Using advanced technology, we match you with the most qualified service provider based upon your specific needs and geographic requirements. For more information, you can visit our website at www.theguardmarket.com and call Andrew at 732-266-9344 with your service requests today. The Guard Market, security on demand.
Experts say that the most important time in a young child's life is elementary school, and the lessons they learn from kindergarten through 8th grade form the foundation for the rest of their lives. That's where Mother of Mercy Academy excels. For over 70 years, Mother of Mercy has provided a faith-based Catholic education to children in the South Hills. They offer an advanced curriculum, active arts, and full sports program with a Christ-centered experience. Mother of Mercy focuses on molding young minds intellectually, physically, and spiritually. Their goal is for children to become well-rounded individuals who are prepared for the next steps in life. Mother of Mercy Academy is located at the St. Gabriel campus, 5200 Greenridge Drive in the Baldwin section of Pittsburgh. They currently have an open enrollment period and can be reached at 412-882-3353. That's 412-882-3353. Mother of Mercy Academy, for faith, for family, for life.
It's time for high school football coverage right here on ThreeRiversBroadcasting.com, the new voice of Pittsburgh. The Pigskin Report. We take you around the tri-state area with scores, stats, and interviews right from the gridiron. And now, here are your hosts, Jordan and Alex.
Welcome to the Friday Night Football Scoreboard Show. I'm Jordan, he's Alex.
What's up, everybody?
And we have Coach K's behind the scenes, pushing all the buttons that keep us on air.
Over the next half hour or so, we're going to bring you stats, scores, and more from all the games from the region.
We're proud to debut our newest feature tonight as a Pigskin Report goes on location for video updates from the field. Updates we will be provided via reporters working for our promotional partner and Pennsylvania Football News.
Visit them at pafootballnews.com for articles, stats, scores, and more from all across the Commonwealth. And, of course, we'd like to thank our title sponsors for their support of the program and our high school football coverage. Title sponsor for our sports coverage, of course, the Polish Falcons of America. They offer a wide variety of life insurance and financial benefit policies, active social and athletic opportunities, and they're the leading voice for Polonia in America. Visit their website at www.polishfalcons.org for more information.
We'd also like to thank Mother of Mercy Academy and the Roman Catholic Diocese of Pittsburgh for their support of the program. Mother of Mercy Academy offers a 70-year tradition of Catholic education in the South Hills. For more information, visit their website at www.motherofmercyacademy.org.
We'd also like to once again welcome Waste Management, the largest waste removal company in the nation, as a title sponsor for our sports coverage. They are currently hiring drivers here in the Pittsburgh market. For more information, visit their website, www.careers.wm.com.
So, Alex, tonight you went down to the Westinghouse and Brashear game.
Yep.
How did that go?
Not well for Brashear. Let's just leave it at that. Westinghouse, our top team in the Pittsburgh City League poll, coming into this weekend. And at the start of the season, they didn't get to play last week. Their game against Kirtland was canceled due to COVID issues at Westinghouse. They got a game in here tonight against Brashear, and they left no doubt about who the top team in the City League is. They are a complete team. Their line is very big. They're athletic. Their quarterback, Keyshawn Morcillo, this kid's going to be a Division I player. You know, I wasn't sure about him. He's a junior, 6'2", 190 pounds. Watching him tonight shred the secondary from Brashear, which has a couple of D1 players in it, notably Tamir Robinson, who's one of the top players in Pennsylvania in the junior class. This kid's got the potential. He's the real deal. As long as he keeps it together in the classroom, I think this kid's going to be one of the top quarterbacks in Pennsylvania next year. Westinghouse, Dante Green's got a very good shot to win his third City League title in a row. Big play offense from Westinghouse. All their scores came off of 50 or more yard plays that at least set them up, and then Morcillo scored 3 of the touchdowns, just carried the ball across the line, essentially 1 or 2 yards. But Westinghouse moves on. They've got a big game coming up next week. We'll be there for that one on Thursday, and then we'll be back down in the City League on Friday as well. So that's kind of our jam now. We do the Pittsburgh City League.
All right. Well, thank you for the wrap-up. And now let's get to our first set of scores. I'll lead us off tonight. We have Beaver thrashed Hopewell 46-9. Burgettstown blasted Avella 57-8. Rochester ran past Mohawk 34-3. Uniontown beat Carrick 41-6. Uniontown breaks a 35-game losing streak going back to 2016. Congrats to them.
Nice win for them over Carrick.
Alex, take us to our first commercial break with a few more results from our area.
You got it, Jordan. No problem. Cannon Mac, where Coach Tom O was down, they came back to defeat Bethel Park 34-27. Andy talked about that. Nice win for Cannon Mac tonight. Leechburg behind Braylon Lovelace went over Brentwood 50-20. On the way back, when I was leaving the stadium, I saw a post from Matt Grubba, who works for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, one of the teams we provide coverage for at the professional level. He was at that Leechburg game. 100-yard interception return for Braylon Lovelace. Caught that one when I was leaving the stadium. This kid's the real deal, too. He's a junior. He's another one who's going to be a Division I player out of a smaller school. Seton LaSalle got a win, beat South Park 31-21. Kiski area, which is ironically the alma mater of my high school principal from where I went to school in New Jersey, modern day, Frank Pileski, a guy played at the University of Pennsylvania way back in the day. He was very proud. Always talked about how he went to Kiski area. They defeated Latrobe 35-27. So congrats to the Cavaliers. Charval escaping Keystone Oaks 35-34. Andy, that was in overtime, correct?
That was in overtime.
35-34 in overtime. Nice win for the Colts down there in Bridgeville. North Catholic won a nail-biter over Blackhawk 18-17, but that keeps them rolling undefeated. We'll be back with more of the Friday Football Scoreboard show after these commercial messages, so stay tuned for more of the Pigskin Report right here on Three Rivers Broadcasting.
The Guard Market is a digital marketplace that provides customers with access to licensed security professionals on demand. Let's face it, you have a lot to do running your business, and security, well, that's our business. We take the hassle out of searching, vetting, and scheduling private security guards for your unique needs. Just tell us what you need, when you need it, and we'll handle the rest. Guard Market security service partners are carefully screened and thoroughly vetted to meet the demanding needs of our diverse client base. Using advanced technology, we match you with the most qualified service provider based upon your specific needs and geographic requirements. For more information, you can visit our website at www.theguardmarket.com and call Andrew at 732-266-9344 with your service requests today. The Guard Market, security on demand.
Experts say that the most important time in a young child's life is elementary school, and the lessons they learn from kindergarten through 8th grade form the foundation for the rest of their lives. That's where Mother of Mercy Academy excels. For For over 70 years, Mother of Mercy has provided a faith-based Catholic education to children in the South Hills. They offer an advanced curriculum, active arts, and full sports program with a Christ-centered experience. Mother of Mercy focuses on molding young minds intellectually, physically, and spiritually. Their goal is for children to become well-rounded individuals who are prepared for the next steps in life. Mother of Mercy Academy is located at the St. Gabriel campus, 5200 Greenridge Drive in the Baldwin section of Pittsburgh. They currently have an open enrollment period and can be reached at 412-882-3353. That's 412-882-3353. Mother of Mercy Academy, for faith, for family, for life.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Jordan Yaniga along with Alex Fydryszewski.
You got
almost
it.
Got it wrong.
You almost
there.
got it. No, you're good. You're good.
Alex, how have some of the non-Whitfield teams performed tonight?
I think the one that we definitely need to talk about is our around the region #1 team, Steubenville, Ohio. That is a tough place to go play. Harding Stadium holds about 10,000 people, and Steubenville generally shuts down on a Friday night. If you were looking to take advantage of Steubenville, Friday night, unfortunately, is the time. That whole town is out there. They live, eat, sleep, and breathe high school football at Steubenville High. That is their thing. It always has been their storied program. They've always played outside the area, never really played the teams from the Upper Ohio Valley. They played University from the City League tonight, who's got a nice win last week. University held on, beat Sharon 21-14 on the road. No such luck tonight. They went out to Harding Stadium and took it on the chin, 34-0 to Steubenville. They were up big after the first quarter and just kind of put the brakes on after that. I think they really could have taken University to the cleaners even further if they really wanted to. But the kind of program they run, they're not gonna run the score out on somebody like that, especially if their coaching staff realizes that they're a little bit outmanned. So nice win for the Big Red. They are number 2 in our overall poll. They're going to stay there as long as Central Catholic wins. If Central ends up losing to Pine Richland, now they were up with 6 minutes to go. If Central loses to Pine Richland, Steubenville is going to be number 1 next week. So nice win for the Big Red. Didn't really get to see too many scores involving our other ranked teams in that area, like Oak Glen or Morgantown University. So if we can get those before the end of the show, we'll try to bring them on. But those West Virginia scores tend to trickle in a little bit later. So let's bring it back to Pittsburgh now. I'm going to hand things off to you. Next set of final scores.
All right, here they are. Knock East passed Deer Lakes 21-13. California thumped Waynesburg 49-7. West Green defeated Best Center 38-30. Moon stayed undefeated by beating Woodland Hills 15-0. Off to Alex with the next set of scores.
Real quick, nice win for Moon tonight going down to the Wolverina. That's another tough place, historic place to play there. The Wolverina, the home of Woodland Hills, was the old home of Andy, Turtle Creek, right? That was the old Turtle Creek High School, yeah. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, Turtle Creek High Stadium, beautiful place. Nice, one of those historic places, and they're tough to beat down there, 15-0. Woodland Hills quarterback took a pretty nasty injury, it sounded like. Not sure if he ended up coming back into the game, but that could be a very, very big loss, season-changing loss for Woodland Hills if he is unable to play next week. Keep things going. Andy had mentioned Bell Vernon, Penn Trafford being a bit of a not so much that we were really looking forward to. Somebody forgot to tell Penn Trafford they had a game, 27-7, Bell Vernon over them. I tell you, and Andy, mentioned this, Whitlock, the quarterback for Bell Vernon, this kid is fantastic. He's small, he's 5'9". He's going to be under-recruited as a football player. He also plays basketball. He's a talented basketball player. Could be a scholarship-level kid, maybe like a D2 PSAC-level basketball player. But on the football field, a program that comes to mind for me that should be taking a look at a kid like Whitlock, the quarterback there at Bell Vernon. Again, I don't know what his grade situation is, things like that, but the Naval Academy comes to mind. They always bring in undersized players because of kind of the height and weight requirements to be on the boats and things like that. And he's the kind of kid who I think could go off there and be a very dangerous player. McKeesport, they remained undefeated. They beat Armstrong County 24-14. They'll hold their ranking in our top 5. Wash High throttled Clairton. Something's going on down there. 43-19. Clairton lost last week to Steel Valley 14-12. That was maybe a bit of an upset. Now they went in and played a very good Washington team, and they got clubbed 43-19 in favor of Wash High. Nice win for them down there. Monessen got a win against Charleroi. This is a team that Andy and I had spoken about in our preseason show, that this was a proud program back in the day, in the 50s and the 60s. It was very regular. They'd have 100 kids on the team. They barely have 100 kids in the school, I think, at this point. So Monessen's fallen on some hard times. There's some folks saying they should merge it with Bell Vernon, but nice win for Monessen, defeating Charleroi 24-6. They don't have a lot of kids on the team, but it's nice to see that, they're playing with heart and they got a result.
Keep it glued here to Three Rivers Broadcasting for more after these commercials.
The Guard Market is a digital marketplace that provides customers with access to licensed security professionals on demand. Let's face it, you have a lot to do running your business, and security, well, that's our business. We take the hassle out of searching, vetting, and scheduling private security guards for your unique needs. Just tell us what you need, when you need it, and we'll handle the rest. Guard Market security service partners are carefully screened and thoroughly vetted to meet the demanding needs of our diverse client base. Using advanced technology, we match you with the most qualified service provider based upon your specific needs and geographic requirements. For more information, you can visit our website at www.theguardmarket.com and call Andrew at 732-266-9344 with your service requests today. The Guard Market, security on demand.
Experts say that the most important time in a young child's life is elementary school, and the lessons they learn from kindergarten through 8th grade form the foundation for the rest of their lives. That's where Mother of Mercy Academy excels. For over 70 years, Mother of Mercy has provided a faith-based Catholic education to children in the South Hills. They offer an advanced curriculum, active arts, and full sports program with a Christ-centered experience. Mother of Mercy focuses on molding young minds intellectually, physically, and spiritually. Their goal is for children to become well-rounded individuals who are prepared for the next steps in life. Mother of Mercy Academy is located at the St. Gabriel campus, 5200 Greenridge Drive in the Baldwin section of Pittsburgh. They currently have an open enrollment period and can be reached at 412-882-3353. That's 412-882-3353. Mother of Mercy Academy, for faith, for family, for life.
We're about to debut a new feature here on the Friday Night Football Scoreboard show. Thanks to our relationship with Pennsylvania Football News, we have received video reports from several games in our area. Let's go now to Nathan Grella, who covered the Bell Vernon game.
Nathan Grella coming at you live from James Weir Stadium. The Beach welcomed in the Penn Trafford Warriors, undefeated so far in the season. Both teams were, and Bell Vernon really welcomed in the Penn Trafford Warriors with a show. Devin Whitlock, 3 touchdowns all on the ground. The first one came on the second drive, 75 yards out, and he would put a statement on the victory for the Bell Vernon Leopards. In the second half, the Leopards would control the ball, 3 turnovers on the defensive side for the Leopards as well. They cruised to a 27-7 victory over the number 1 ranked team in 5A. Nathan Grella at the beach. Nathan Grella coming at you live from James Weir Stadium, the beach. Welcomed in the Penn Trafford Warriors, undefeated so far in the season. Both teams were, and Belle Vernon really welcomed in the Penn Trafford Warriors with a show. Devin Whitlock, 3 touchdowns all on the ground. The first one came on the second drive, 75 yards out. Nathan Grella coming at you live from James Weir Stadium, the beach. Welcomed in the Penn Trafford Warriors, undefeated so far in the season. Both teams were, and Belle Vernon really welcomed in the Penn Trafford Warriors with a show. Devin Whitlock, 3 touchdowns all on the ground. The first one came on the second drive, 75 yards out, and he would put a statement on the victory for the Belle Vernon Leopards. In the second half, the Leopards would control the ball, 3 turnovers on the defensive side for the Leopards as well. They cruised to a 27-7 victory over the number 1 ranked team in 5A. Nathan Grella at the beach.
Here's our final round of scores for the week. North Allegheny defeated Montour from Ohio 20-16. Altoona defeated Alderdice 28-20. Just a reminder, if your school result is not given, that means we did not receive a submission as of airtime. In that case, visit pafootballnews.com for all the latest stats and scores. Alex, what are some of the takeaways from week 2?
All right, I think we learned that Westinghouse is definitely in the driver's seat to win the City League again. This could be number 3 for them. I don't think, based off of what we've seen so far, there's anybody who's going to be able to beat them. It's possible that University could give them a run for their money. I thought tonight was going to be their toughest test. I don't think Perry's line is up to task. And outside of Tyrese Fearbry, I'm not sure they have enough firepower to compete within the city. So I think it's very clear now that the City League title is Westinghouse's to lose. Alderdice will always give them a run because they play a very tough schedule. They played North Allegheny. They played Altoona away tonight. They play Steubenville a little bit later in the year. Probably will lose to Steubenville as well, very similarly to how University did. But Jerry Hazlitt never backs away from a challenge. They always play tough teams. So I think that first takeaway, Westinghouse is in the driver's seat to win the city. Secondly, Andy, did you get a final of that TJ game? I know they were up, right?
Yeah, we're looking at, see here, South Fayette lost 27-0.
Okay, so TJ's for real. Thomas Jefferson graduated a bunch of starters off of last year's title team. Clearly, they haven't skipped a beat. They beat Gateway last week. They beat South Fayette this week. Good chance that they could leapfrog some of the teams in our overall top 5 poll. They're definitely going to be number 1 now in their classification, and I think it's well deserved that they'll be not just in the top 5, but they may jump a couple of schools that are currently there. And then I think the last takeaway I'm going to give, we got a final score in on Central Catholic Pine Richland. Central Catholic was down in this one, and they came all the way back, poured it on, ended up winning 49-35. And I was on the air, and I was saying, they've always struggled to come back if they're behind. A Terry Totten team that falls behind by more than a touchdown never really pulls it out. They came back. Pine Richland now 0-3 after that coaching change and everything that went on up there. Clearly, they've got a little bit to work on up there at Pine Richland to try to get the kids back together on the same page with a new coach. But I think those are kind of my 3 takeaways for this week. And again, another great performance from Steubenville. Do we have a Carlinton score?
Carlinton Riverview tomorrow at 12 noon. Battle of teams that nobody won.
Ooh, high noon. Is that game at Carlinton?
It is away at Riverview.
All right, I'm going to put Riverview +2. No, listen, we hope that Carlinton pulls this one out. We're rooting for him, Andy's alma mater. We didn't get a score for Franklin tonight either, did we? Jordan's alma mater, no.
to text my sisters.
28, and Hemphill beat them. Let's see, Hemphill 30, Franklin Regional 28.
Oh, well, sorry that Franklin went down on that one, but I think we've covered it all, right?
Yeah, I think that we've covered all the scores we have. What are your thoughts for Monday's power rankings?
Central Catholic stays number 1. Steubenville stays number 2. The rest of it's up for grabs. Thomas Jefferson is in. South Fayette's out. South Fayette we had at number 5 last week. TJ at minimum will be number 5. Take a look at what happened with Central Valley. I know they beat Aliquippa. I think that could probably hold them there, and McKeesport 1-2. So if I'm going to give you an early 5, it's going to be Central 1, Steubenville 2, Central Valley, McKeesport, and Thomas Jefferson will be our new number 5 team. Want to thank our fine sponsors here at the end of the program. Without them, we wouldn't be here. Their financial support helps keep us on the air. Please support all of them. And Jordan, you want to kind of list off our title sponsors?
Yes, we'd like to thank first and foremost our title sponsors, the Polish Falcons of America, Waste Management, Mother of Mercy Academy, the Guard Market, Carnegie Ironworks, and Jim Rat Performance Training.
And of course, our station sponsors, Report It, Steel City Grease Traps, and Lawrence Repair. Hey, Paul down the hall, you give him a call. Hey, yeah, you might even get a Klondike bar. That's right. He was here last week. He offered Jordan a Klondike bar. He offered me a Klondike bar, and he came back with multiple for you. He was like, I have 3 or 4 different flavors. So, hey, give Paul a call down the hall if your toaster's broke or the phone won't ring or the refrigerator's on the fritz. Call Lawrence Repair. They've been doing it for over 50 years here in Western Pennsylvania. And with all seriousness, we love Paul. He is a great person. Him and his son there running this business, Lawrence Repair. Wonderful, wonderful people. So, again, we'd like to thank all of our fine sponsors.
We'd also like to thank Billy and the team at Pennsylvania Football News for their cooperation with us this year. Please support them by visiting www.pafootballnews.com for all the latest in high school football in the Commonwealth.
All right, and listen, that's it. It's been a long, crazy night for us. We had some technical difficulties when we got started down at Couple Stadium. Big shout out to Karen Arnold and her team at the City League. They helped us work through it, get us on the air real quick down there. They got everything squared away. Thank you for surrendering Friday as always. We appreciate it. You know, Andy and I went to college once too, and there's 100 things you can do as a college student in Pittsburgh on a Friday. Trust me, I've done them. You know, I have friends that went to Pitt, so I can vouch for that. But, you know, Jordan surrenders her Friday night to come here and work on career goals and work with us here at Three Rivers Broadcasting. Can't thank her enough. And, of course, Coach K down there. We're not on the air if it's not for Coach K. He's the man with the plan right now. I tell you, this whole little shebang that you get, that's him. I have some ideas. This man executes them. So I want to give a big shout out to Andrew Kurzawski for all of his support. Jordan, the last word of the weekend, usually I take it. I want to give it to you today.
All right. Well, I just want to thank Alex and Andrew for giving me this opportunity to work with them and kind of guide me through this field of work. I mean, I can't thank them enough for everything that they've taught me and that they continue to teach me. But thank you for tuning in. Good night and God bless.